Let's take a look at a really simple way to improve lighting placement in your shots for a moody cinematic look. So we've got a one light setup here, with our light above and at around a 45-degree angle to the left of our subject. The quality of our light is okay, but it doesn't seem that flattering, and it somewhat widens the face, as well as making it appear quite flat. Even if we move the light into a tighter angle, we do achieve some more depth, but the lighting still seems to give somewhat of a rough look on our subject, even though we're using soft light. This is what we refer to as broad lighting. In a broad lighting setup, the light is hitting our subject on the side of the face closest to the camera. Typically, this isn't a technique employed regularly by cinematographers, unless there are no other ways for the light in the scene to be motivated. So, let's move our light around to the opposite side. You can now see that our overall look is a bit more pleasing. Let's take the angle of the light around a bit tighter again. Now this is looking much more interesting. Our light is creating a much nicer shape on our subject's face. This is what we refer to as short lighting, where our light is primarily lighting the area of our subject's face furthest away from the camera and graduating to shadow on the closer side. It creates mood and interest, bringing more shape and contrast to the face and dimension to the image. So let's say we move our light around to a pretty extreme angle. Actually, let's push it a bit further so that it's slightly behind our subject. Reverse key lighting involves lighting from the side or slightly behind your subject and shooting into the shadow side of the face with the camera. Otherwise known as upstage lighting, this is a very popular technique that has been used in many films for a good number of years. It's a great way to really sell the mood of a shot, and it creates an excellent sense of depth. It's a versatile look and works in many situations and setups. We can go ahead and add some fill light here. Maybe a little more. Maybe even a little more. With fill light, you can tweak the tone and feeling of the shot whilst retaining the dimension of the lighting. Let's have a look at using this setup in practice. We're going to shoot our subject in a relatively small room, and we've made sure to black out the whole room to allow us to have full control over our image. First of all, we'll turn on a wall light we already have as a practical and to add interest to our back wall. This will also provide some separation between our subject and background. Next, we'll turn on our key light in a reverse key or upstage setup. Okay, great. This is looking nice, but there's a few things we can go and tweak. First of all, our light is spilling all across this back wall, and we have a reflection in this picture frame. So let's add some negative fill to block the light from hitting the back wall, and also to remove the reflection from the frame. Nice. We've still got some light being reflected off of the wall to the right of the frame and onto our subject, so we'll put up some more negative fill to stop this. Now that we've stopped the spill from the wall, we can add in our own fill light so that we have more control over it. Perfect. Looking back at the shot, I feel like we could have added some more light to the background to tie our key light into the image. I'd like to add these in practically, but for the purposes of this demonstration, let's pop them in using post-production. That's looking much better. The little hints of light convey that our key light is coming from a similarly placed practical, just out of frame. So you can see how reverse key, or upstage lighting, can really add shape and dimensionality to the face, creating contrast and interest, and giving your image a moody, cinematic feel. If you're interested in how I colour grade my work, I've just added a 21-minute tutorial video to my website for just £8. The tutorial takes you through the grading process in DaVinci Resolve for two cinematic looks, a more modern, punchy look and a more classical, filmic look. I've also included some practice DNG files so you can grade along with the video. Head over to www.robelliscinematography.com/downloads to grab the video.